Hey guys, welcome to our reading lesson. So you just watched a read aloud over the last stop on Market Street. So now we are going to be going into how to keep focus during reading. Because I know one thing that sometimes can be really hard for us is keeping our mind in our book while we're reading. It's really easy to get distracted. It's really easy to start looking for places, to pay attention to other people, and to not focus on what we should be doing during reading. So I want to give you some really good strategies to help you with that. So we want to focus on how to keep your eyes and mind in the book. So keep your eyes and mind in the book. So we have our book. And we want to keep our eyes on the text, right? We want to keep our eyes on our reading. And we want to keep our mind focused on reading, okay? So whenever we're doing this, we need to be aware of your attention shifting. So be aware of your attention shifting. So if you start to feel yourself feeling like, ooh, I'm probably not paying as much attention as I should be right now, then you want to bring yourself back and you want to say, okay, wait, stop, focus, stop. Okay, refocus. What was I reading? Okay. So in order to do that, in order to get that refocus, we need to back up and reread. Okay. When our attention starts to shift, when it does, we want to back up and reread, okay? And it's super important because if I'm reading my rotten redheaded older brother, if I'm reading it and all of a sudden someone comes in the door and I'm doing this and I'm so distracted right now, and then I say, oh wait, but now I don't know what I was reading. So I'm going to back up, I'm going to go to the page that I was on, and I'm going to reread, okay? So if you notice your attention shifting often, so this means like you feel like you're not paying attention when you're reading. It's just really, you're reading maybe a one specific book or multiple books, and you just feel like your attention just keeps leaving. It keeps going away, okay? If you feel that happening often, if you notice your attention shifting often, okay, if you notice it shifting often, there's kind of two things you can do, okay? So if you notice your attention shifting often, you can rethink your book choice. Maybe your book is too hard. I've talked about that with some of y'all. Maybe your book is too hard. Maybe it's not at the right level. So you need to rethink your book choice. So rethink your book choice, okay? It might be too hard. It might be too easy. It might not be something you're interested in. So if you really are reading a book and your mind is all over the place and you're just doing this and you're just flipping through it really fast, you probably need to rethink that because that's probably not a good book for you. And you probably need to find a different book. That would be my suggestion, is to find a different book. You also may need to rethink your environment. So this one is really big for us right now while we're at home learning. If you are reading during independent reading time and you have someone that comes up and is bugging you, like a sibling or a parent or someone who keeps interrupting you while you're trying to read, we don't want to be interrupted while we're reading unless it's super, super important, okay? If it's super, super important, that's different. But if it's something that can wait maybe until we're done, maybe politely say, you know what, I'm in the middle of reading this book. I really need to finish it. Let me finish it and then I'll talk to you, okay? Or if it's really loud where you are, or maybe there's a lot of talking going on, you may want to say, okay, you know what? I don't think this is a good spot for me. I'm going to have to move spots. I need to go find a different spot to be in because this reading spot is just not working. You really want to make sure you're picking the right reading spot, okay? So this is how we keep our eyes and mind in the book. So today, during independent reading, I really want you to think about and focus on your attention while you're reading. When you're reading on Epic, I want you to think, are you really reading? Are you really paying attention to your reading? Or is your mind shifting off somewhere else? Or are you paying attention to something else that's going on? I want you to really think about that, okay? And if you do start to feel like you get really distracted, think of some ways that might help you not be as distracted, okay? Think of some ways to get back into your book. So once you're done with your 30 minutes of reading, so you're going to hit the next button at the bottom, you're going to do your 30 minutes of reading on Epic, and then there is a discussion, and I want you to give me one idea you came up with if you notice that your attention shifted. If it didn't, then that's awesome. All you have to put in the, all you would need to put then in the discussion would be that your attention never shifted. But if it did shift, I want you to tell me what you did to make sure that your attention didn't shift. Sounds good? All right, so y'all are awesome. Be awesome readers. Have fun during independent reading.